Hi there. I'm calling this the Life Enrichment Manifesto. A manifesto being sort of what I'm about, sort of the orientation I'm taking, and you're welcome to take as well if you like. So, right now this consists of about 12 points that are somewhat related in different ways. I'll go through those, and the first one is life enrichment on a personal level. And let me digress and say this what I'm saying here, what I'm stating, is about trying to help myself and you, trying to help you and me and all humans be as happy as possible and experience as much happiness and peace as possible. So that's what this is about. So the first point is life enrichment on a personal level. Is so if you're reading this, it's about doing things that help you enrich your own life. In the next 11 points, and I'll try not to make this too long, some of them have to do with life enrichment on a personal level, but I've separated them. Actually, I may cut one out. So, anyway, with that being said, so life enrichment on a personal level, that means solving problems in your own life, making your own life better, um, doing fun things, so on and so forth. The next one is life enrichment on a societal level, so that's doing things to help others. If you live in the United States, it's doing things to maybe help people in your community or on another continent. You know, life enrichment on a societal level, both city, family, state, county, country, nations, earth, all those different levels. The next point is just about having success, which sort of falls under life enrichment on a personal level. But again, if you're trying to help others, it means having success with helping others, or having success enjoying life more yourself, so on and so forth. The next point is earning money. We all need to do it pretty much. All humans need money who are not dependent on others. So again, this could be thought of as being on a personal level and on a societal level, because on a personal level you could buy a comfortable bed, and on a societal level you could buy food for starving children on another continent. The next point is life enrichment through technology. So for example, you could say cars have enriched the lives of humans on an ultimate basis over the last 100 years. The Model T was introduced in, I think, the early 1900s. So even though cars have created a lot of problems like pollution and traffic fatalities, they've arguably done a lot more good than harm through the increased availability of efficient transportation. The next point would be to try and be as healthy as possible. And this sort of mostly falls on a personal level of life enrichment, enriching your own life by trying to be as healthy as possible. But I think it's important enough to warrant its own sort of separate spot on this list. But again, by being as healthy as possible on a personal level, you can have the capacity to help others on a societal level. The next one is to engage in research, learning, and education. So engaging in, learning, becoming educated can increase your own income earning potential. Research, can, that relates to like the point above about technology. Anyway, I may make more videos about these. This is sort of a draft. Let me sort of say that. What I'm saying here is sort of a draft. As far as verbally sharing this information. Anyway, and the next point, which I may take out, is about writing. I try to write about 1,000 words per day. I don't always hit that, but the point is not writing specifically, but any sort of discipline that can be used as a vehicle for life enrichment. So it could be dance or singing, or playing pool, or playing disc golf, creating music, so on and so forth. Doing that, gymnastics, some sort of discipline is a way to enjoy life and help others and help yourself. And the next one, now I get a little bit out here, but ultimately I think this is necessary. The next point is exoplanet colonization. So, humans live on Earth, but, the sun is not going to support life forever. The Earth, some catastrophic event could, make Earth uninhabitable or make most Earth uninhabitable. So, eventually humans are going to have to colonize other planets. So basically the point here is to try and do it sooner rather than later. So basically support research into that. So, there's researchers like Harold White, who's affiliated with NASA. Harold, I think his nickname is Sunny. So, if you use an internet search engine, you can look him up and his research up. Some of his papers, at least one paper of his, is available online. I think it's called Warp Field Mechanics 101. You can check that out. Basically, I think more young adults should, try to do things that could potentially help us to colonize other planets and therefore eliminate the potential for existential threats to Earth, or at least reduce the impact of such potential existential threats to humanity. Mars, of course, is Mars and the Moon are the first sort of two candidates, but eventually, colonizing other planets. They just recently found the 1,000th exoplanet. So yeah. Anyway, again, this is I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes. I'm almost done. The next one is radical life extension technologies. If you look at the SENS Research Foundation at sens.org, you can get information about that. You can read the book Ending Aging. You can look up Aubrey de Grey. You can also look up Calico, which stands for the California Life Company, which Google Ventures is recently announced, I believe, they're going to pursue. I think this also includes cryonics technologies, and I think this will, and I have other videos about this actually, about radical life extension is a way that we can enrich our own lives potentially, and the lives of all of humanity potentially. Yep. And the next one is outlawing civil commitment, psychiatric holds, and the insanity defense. Read books by Thomas Szasz, Szaszz, to learn more about this, or watch my other videos on it. But I think this will ultimately enrich the lives of individuals on a personal and societal level if we outlaw civil commitment, psychiatric holds, and the insanity defense. 4 states already ban the insanity defense. And if you look at the agreements through the United Nations, some people interpret those agreements as basically banning civil commitment and psychiatric holds, involuntary psychiatric detention. And I support that personally. I hope more individuals, in addition to myself and others who are the minority, will support this. I was worded a little funny, but again, this is sort of a draft, so bear with me here. But I think these ideas are fundamentally good, and I just got to refine them. And yeah, this is the Life Enrichment Manifesto. The last one is learn about self-defense. So go take classes and in Krav Maga, or karate, or Tai Chi, or Aikido, or something else, or generic self-defense class. But I think ultimately, something personal harm is unlikely for most people, but it's not an impossibility. So therefore, humans, until we have 1,000 years of peace, until we have 1,000 years of perfect peace, or however many, until the potential for bodily harm is reduced significantly or eliminated, even though it's unlikely, I think learning about self-defense is worthwhile, and many people do it. I think it's a skill that's better to have and never need than to not have and need in the unlikely scenario. So, and even learning about it can potentially serve as a deterrent. If you're walking around and there's there's 2 guys and one of them has an NRA shirt or a short of a gun shop on, you may be less likely to mess with him, thinking, oh, this person has firearm training than somebody who has a guy who has a My Little Pony shirt on, for example. And nothing against bronies. I'm not a brony, but whatever. Anyway, and for those who don't know, a brony is a adult male, or a guy, a teen who likes My Little Ponies, hence the term brony. But anyway, I'm just saying, and even and if you are a brony, go take some Krav Maga classes, or do whatever. I know I'm just playing around, but no, I am serious about this whole thing, as far as a life enrichment manifesto. And I have a book, and I may change the title of this book, but you can find it online and go and buy it if you like. And it's called "All Adults Should Read This Book," and it's basically about these 12 points that I've just sort of described preliminarily here. So, but I wanted to have this video in existence and share it with you. And again, this is like a draft, so I'm gonna have to refine this, definitely. But yeah, so again, just to review: life enrichment on a personal level, a life enrichment on a societal level, which can be sort of separate. Then life, just having success in general, earning money in entrepreneurship, life enrichment through technology, trying to be as healthy as possible, engaging in research, learning, and education, writing, or other disciplines as vehicles for life enrichment, exoplanet colonization, radical life extension technologies, outlying civil commitment, psychiatric holds in the insanity defense, and learning about self-defense. So, and again, some of those are quite related to one another. I may refine this further, but this is sort of the categorization I have right now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, watch my other videos, visit my websites, and have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night, whenever and wherever you may be.